I'm going to read some words which sprang to my mind when I read the clauses that were being put forward in this SB 40 something or other. So the words are as follows: invade, search out, capture, vanquish, and subdue all Saracens and pagans whatsoever, and other enemies of Christ wheresoever placed, and the kingdoms, dukedoms, principalities, dominions, possessions, and all movable and immovable goods whatsoever held and possessed by them, and to reduce their persons to perpetual slavery, and to apply and appropriate to themselves and his successors the kingdoms, dukedoms, countries, counties, principalities, possessions, and goods, and to convert them to his and their use and profit. One small paragraph, and we are all here as a consequence of that one small paragraph. Some scholars will have recognized it. Is there anybody who recognizes that? It was the first piece of legislation which empowered the legitimate use of force on those principles. 1452, it's the piece of legislation which encouraged so many people to venture out into the world and take what was not theirs, to dehumanize, to vilify, and to diminish other souls. We are here because one young man, fueled by those words, felt he had the authority to go in search of India, the fabled land of India. And he wasn't going there to bring them human rights, unlike your current ambassador, which is an interesting observation. He was there to take and to steal because the people there were not fully humans. Persona non grata means you haven't even granted the status of being a person to that being. They were part of the animal kingdom. This is the impact of words. This is the papal bull, which was known as the doctrine of discovery. And it's the doctrine which says, I have some right to fix you. You can't fix your own house, I can do it. And the moment you have one person from one group standing up, courageous enough to say, I know how to fix that group, it should ring an alarm bell. The only way we survive in comfort is if I look after my home and do the best that I can, let my neighbor look after his home so that he can do the best, or she can do the best, or they can do the best. I'm in California, aren't I? Sorry. And between the two of us, we can turn to each other and say, can we help each other? But if I throw stones at his house and he throws stones at my house, all of our houses are destroyed. This is such a simple principle. SB 403 flies in the face of that, and yet it works on the basis of this doctrine of discovery. This is the doctrine which your countryman, Jabez Sutherland, referred to when he penned a poem. It was a poem written by a colleague of his called Shadwell, and he said, if you see an island shore which has not been grabbed before, lying in the track of trade as islands should, with the simple native quite unprepared to make a fight, oh, you should just drop in and take it for his good. Not for love of money, be it understood, but you row yourself to the land with a Bible in your hand, and you pray for him and rob him for his good. If he hollers, then you shoot him for his good. All this lesson I can shape to campaigning at the Cape where the boar is being hunted for his good. He would welcome British rule if he weren't a blaming fool. Thus, you see, it's only for his good. So they're burning houses for his good, making helpless women homeless for their good, leaving little children orphans for their good. In India, there are bloody sites booting out the Hindus' rights, where we've slaughtered many millions for their good. And with bullet and with brand, desolated all the land, but you know we did it only for their good. Yes, and still more far away, down in China, let us say, where the Christian robs the heathen for his good. You may burn and you may shoot, you may fill your sack with loot, but be sure you do it only for his good. If you dare commit a wrong on the weak because you're strong, you may do it if you do it for his good. You may rob him if you do it for his good. You may kill him if you do it for his good. You may legislate against the Hindus of California so long as you do it for their good.